Hello YouTube, how y'all doing today? We're bringing you a video of how to stream from your console without needing a capture card. It'll work with any PC as well, but if you're on a budget, can't afford the capture card right now, saving your pennies for it, but you still just want to dive right into it, stop using the console built-in streaming feature that way, you want to use a computer, came to the right place. Get right into it, huh? What do you say? First, you're going to open OBS. Gotta have the OBS open. Gotta have that. But this works with the PlayStation Remote PC app, as well as the Xbox Console Companion app with Windows 10. So I'm a big PlayStation guy, so we're gonna do the PlayStation first. So you're gonna go out to the Webernets. Let's do this here. PlayStation Remote PC Play App. Mac and US. I don't know how to do it for the Mac. I would assume it's as simple as that. But that's where you'd go. Download PC Remote Play App. Get that installed. But you also got to make sure on your console you have Enable Remote Play. That's got to be enabled. So I already have it pinned. I already have it set up. We're going to connect to my PS5. There's also a PS4 connection, so if you don't have the new PS5, no big deal. PlayStation 4 is still fully supported. So before connecting, make sure you're using PlayStation 5 controller is connected. We got one here. Let me get my handy dandy trusty USB-C cable so I can make sure it works. I mean, it's going to work, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. See down here? There's this little arrow. We're going to make that full screen. So now you got full screen gameplay. Look at that. Look at that. There's your PlayStation 5. I'm going to plug my controller in. And very responsive. Very responsive because I have my console hardwired to my router behind me, or to a switch I got with the Ethernet cable, and my computer as well is using an Ethernet cable to get it, or for the internet connection. So both are very strong. Just unfortunately, I don't have the greatest internet. So I'm sure most of you guys out there have 500 down, 500 up gig speeds. I can only wish for that. But we're just testing with 2K, logging in. You can see it kind of going in and out, maybe a little fuzzy because it's broadcasting. It's going through the network, and it's not at full 4K resolution. It's not at 1080p resolution. It's anywhere between 640p, or it's anywhere between 480p, 640p, or 720p. It all depends on your internet connection and how well the resolution is going to be. I don't know what mine is set at. I don't use this because I have an Elgato, but for training purposes, for helping you guys, I think mine is set to 640p or maybe even 720, but it's very responsive, very responsive. It's a cool feature. It's cool to do. I started doing this 5-6 years ago when I first started to get into the Twitch streaming game, and I had a basic computer, no capture card. Told my wife, I'm like, hey, I think I want to get into streaming, and then I've been doing it. Don't have a large following. Life got in the way. Career took off. I enjoy making these little videos for you guys. I know I haven't put anything out in quite a while, but I'm gonna start getting into that. As got a new capture card coming. It's a EVGA XR Pro 1. I'm leaving the Elgato because Elgatos may be great, but they're very, very expensive. And for doing this as a hobby, helping you guys out, I didn't want to shell out another $250 to $300 for the highest end Elgato 4K PCI slot for the computer. But streaming this way is definitely PlayStation and Xbox. It's a great way to get your stream off the ground away from the console, which is why I don't know why Steam keeps freaking out, but whatever. It'll help grow your audience a little bit to where you can add a camera. I can get into another video on that and how I'm using my iPhone camera. for this. You can use an Android camera, iPhone camera. It doesn't matter. You don't need to use a webcam. So you can utilize the tools that you already have with your computer. We'll get into that later. This is that's another video. I got a whole line of stuff that I want to show you guys. Something very, very basic to elevate your stream just that much more. I'm not going to go on all these crazy plugins and all that bullshit that you see out there. That just, it gets very confusing. Oh, the Xbox Companion app. We'll show you that in a second. But to add the source to OBS, I didn't mean to prematurely close it. So we're going to launch it again. Get that going. Get my controller plugged back up. Because I showed you how to connect to it, but I didn't actually show you how to put it in OBS so you can stream. As you can tell, I'm a rookie at this, but you know, it's all right. A lot of people would edit that out. We're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. We're straight raw. We're gonna make that full screen again. We're gonna come back to OBS, and we're going to. I like doing the window capture. There's the game capture option. Sometimes this gets a little funky, but we'll capture a specific window. We're going to do the PS Remote Play. See, it's not really working with the game capture. So that's why I don't really use the game capture as an option. If you do the window capture, though. Window capture, we'll name this PS App. We're going to choose the PS Remote Play, and wham bam. Don't need the cursor, don't want to see the cursor. I'm using a 4K monitor, so bear with me. We're gonna resize this to make sure it fits and looks really fucking good, because that's what we're here for. We're making it look really fucking good, right? Bam, full screen. You are ready to record. You're ready to stream. Yes, there's no camera, but we'll get into that in another video. But hey, if you already got that figured out, fantastic. Now, this part was always a tricky part. If you're not computer savvy, you're not tech savvy, and you just want to get in there and do it and have some fun, boom, got it. So I'm gonna sign out. I'm gonna sign out. I have no idea why Steam keeps popping up. That's kind of pissed me off. We're gonna go into rest mode. So I keep mine in rest mode so it gets all the updates. And we'll go there. And just like that. So when it's powered off, it's just going to be a black screen, which is fine because the window, it's not capturing anything. There's nothing there to capture. For the Xbox, you're going to get the Xbox Console Companion app from the Windows 10 store. You're going to log in. So that's me. You know my name. Not hiding it. You're going to go to connection. And mine's already there. I've already set that part up, but you should, if it's not there, you add a device. And if you don't know how to get the IP address, let me know in the comments. I'll walk you through how to get the IP address from the Xbox. I'll walk you through how to get it from your network. Do an IP scan. There's a couple of different options to get the IP address for your Xbox. Since it's here, we're going to turn it on. I got my handy dandy Xbox controller. We're going to get this guy plugged into the PC. So my Xbox is on Wi-Fi. My Xbox is on Wi-Fi, so it's going to be a lot laggier if I do this. So I highly recommend when you do this to make sure that you have a hardwired connection. Ethernet from a switch, router, hub, doesn't matter. As long as it's cabled in, your internet and your network can handle it, because that's how it's doing it. It's doing it through the internet instead of the internal network of your house, which I really wish it would do it that way. But once it's powered on and connected, you hit stream. Connecting on Xbox One. And look, it's there. See, since I'm on Wi-Fi, it's very, very, very laggy. And my Radeon graphics is trying to fix it. There we go. So it's not as laggy as it was. So it's adjusted itself to the network. So now that you got that open, we're going to come back to OBS. Okay, for the Xbox, you're going to have to come in and you will add a display capture because you're going to have it capture what's on your monitor. So we're going to name this one XB. Make source visible, and let's make it so it's going to look very weird, so I'm going to disable it, and I'm going to resize it correctly. Since I'm using a 4K monitor, it's kind of a, we're going to uncheck capture cursor. There's this. Let me get this shrunken down for you. Come here. You get to see all those fun windows. Come back to the Xbox app, and boom. That's how you do it with the Xbox app. Unfortunately, you can't use that same game capture input. Not entirely sure why. It could be because the app is outdated. I'm not entirely sure. I wish I knew, as it used to work a long time ago. When I first got the Xbox, I was able to do that. But for some reason, I think with all the updates to OBS and the lack of updates to the companion app, that's the only thing I can think of. But that is how you get your Xbox on your computer without a game capture. Same way with the PlayStation. So you're going to be taking your streams from that much better. So now you're able to elevate your streams using your consoles without using the built-in streaming apps on the console. I know the PlayStation 4 and the 5, you can hit the share button, connect to Twitch, and stream straight from the console. This way, you get to add your camera, you can add some overlays, some alerts, all sorts of fun stuff. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, like, subscribe, tell your friends. If you need to know how to set up the app, let me know. Anything at all. Next step will be, we'll show you how to use your iPhone camera or your Android camera in OBS, as well, if you have a green screen, how to set that part up too. Hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to seeing you guys again. Thank you for stopping by and checking it out.